Hey everybody, what's up? This is your boy Demario Morgan, aka you know me as Frosso the Arto, and today I have something to show you guys. And you guys have seen my other posts the other week about me drawing Shadow the Hedgehog. So basically, I saw Sonic 3 last year, and boy, it was everybody's expectations was like exploded. Like their minds just exploded. Like they saw how Shadow can be very scary at most times. It's like any time when someone else finds themselves in the ship or in the laboratory, Shadow's there, and he's literally picking you off one by one. I'm sorry if that's a bit of a spoilers for you guys if you guys haven't seen Sonic 3 yet. And right now is that is called it came out digitally for today, but at the same time the physical copy is about to come in April 14th, as I remember. But anyway, though, before we get into this, though, I just want to say this. I am going to like talk to you guys about welcoming you into the art world. Maybe you may find some hidden tips, or may find like one of my stories a little more interesting at most parts. But at the same time, I am just basically here just to talk with you guys and try to pretty much see if you guys wanted to like have a reply or do anything at that matter. But anyway, though, before we get into this video, though, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. And I welcome you into my channel. This is a place of vibe. This is a place of like talking about like if you guys are like feeling down, happy, or just somewhere in between. You know, most people who most people like me kind of find it difficult to speak out of voice and out of like what you have to say based on your feelings and based on your facts and based off from from how you handle it at best. I'll just say it like that. But anyway, let's begin. So the reason why I kind of like put this out saying like welcome into the art world kind of thing, and it's kind of very crazy though, because the first time that I have been welcomed into the art world, vaguely, but I guess it kind of started off when I was just a kid, and I basically said this before. But anyway, though, right now is that going into the art world is going to be the greatest experience you will ever going to enjoy, but also it will feel kind of scary at most times, because because you are just starting out and the whole new art world to you is scary. But at the same time, you still wanted to explore it. You still wanted to meet new people. You wanted to communicate with people that are like clearly like wanted to like be friends with you, just be on your side. But also though, it's like you have to like take caution. It's like there are like some people in the art world could basically just take your art and then just basically just saying this like, I did this is my art, I've kind of made it so and so. And then usually it's like once you like hear it on the news and as well as on social media, and it's just like saying like you kind of feeling mad, you kind of felt sad about this. And who could blame artists for this kind of thing? And usually I've been like told, well, half of my life about it. But at the same time, it's like I've always been listening to stories. I've always been heard through like my cousins and as well as friends and as well as people on YouTube who are somewhat artists too. I mean, they too have an experience, but also it is to like let you guys know, be on the lookout for like scandals and stuff, if things doesn't seem right to you, or what's it called, if you need like a second it's called, if you like needed a second opinion, then what's it called, go ahead and ask a family member or a friend if you ever like needed a guidance of support, you know. And I really do recommend it for you guys to like keep this in mind. So anyway, that's like parts of the art world, and what's gonna call it, there are others in the art world too, that the art world is somewhat friendly, but also at the same time it's like what they're showing you is out of their masterpieces, out of their paintings, drawings, sculptures, or any other kind of products that they're like willing to like show and draw attention full of crowds. And I was definitely was one of those people, just trying to like make something I can use, or do, or basically do something that gets a lot of people's attention. Because most of the time it's like when you're like young, you are like experiencing drawing things that you see out of a cartoon, or you experience things that you see out of a museum. Because see, for me, it's like whenever I go to the museums, it's like I always sort of have a plan to like draw things ahead of time, and as well as putting things in the vault, so that way I can be absolutely prepared of what I am about to do and what I'm about to like produce. And usually this is how artists is always being well known to be prepared for like anything. And see, that's like, and see what's called, that's like the whole same thing with with musicians always have a lot of notes, a lot of concepts about like which music that sounds better, and which one that doesn't sound better, but also can be a potential thing in the nearby future. Cause see, usually I always heard like one of the other studios, like Walt Disney. So Walt Disney have like this sort of like a vault thing, and they always have like many ideas, concepts, and basically they have like scraps of it they could like make up something just to pretty much get a whole lot of money. But at the same time, it's like it's for like the entertainment thing, right? And I am actually like getting off topic here, but at the same time it's like that is my point, because musicians are always saving their art pieces. They always saving concepts. They're always saving scraps, just in case if they ever decided to like choose one out of the vault, they could use it. And usually that's how it all works down to the bone. So anyway, back to the whole museum part. Right now, it's like I kind of viewed as going to the museum in my own perspective. It's more like of a place of peace. It's more like of a place of sanctuary, a place of it's called a place of to have a better understanding what art is and what do you want to like do with it. And see, I always go to the museum like almost every single day of the week, just trying to find some real answers, just trying to like find if anybody else is thinking about the same thing. Usually, cause usually most of the time it's like whenever I like decided to like go to a museum, and I always bring like my sketchbook and my my iPad. Excuse me. And it was quite really interesting about me was it's like I can't really let this vision go. I can't really like just let it like slip by and then just pass away thinking like, oh well, this is a unusual concept, but it's interesting at the same time. And that's when like I started to like realize like, okay, I definitely needed an iPad or a sketchbook because I needed to like sketch it out quickly before before it like fades away. It's still fresh. And that's the only thing I liked about going to the museums a lot, is because you get a lot of ideas. Not big ideas, more like small ideas. But if you guys ever like have big ideas while you're in the while you was in the museum, then go ahead and do it. And see, for me, it's like if I choose something that is supposed to be good, but at the same time, it's like I always ask the question, how would I know if it's good? And usually that's like the whole thing about it in the art world. You always have to ask yourself those questions, even if you knew the answer to it. At the same time, you aren't satisfied with the answer. You needed a second opinion, like I said before. And it's pretty much common for like some artists who are who are somewhat like me, is to be reassured about everything what you're doing and what you're producing is good. And most times, most people kind of like gotten stuck in the middle. And usually for like other artists who are like following other artists, seeing that they are making their move, they're basically, like I said before, they're like putting up paintings, they're putting up t-shirts, hats, cups, mugs, anything. And at the same time, it's like, wow, you're still scrolling on Instagram or on Twitter or Facebook, and it's basically like telling you, it's like, oh, I guess I haven't like done anything yet. I haven't moved since I have always been moving up from step 1 to like step 2 and step 3, and that was it. And then see, that's like the whole thing, is because it's like you're kind of like, that's like the whole thing. It's like it's like I'm kind of like limited myself. You're limiting yourself. Like, this is like the only 3 steps you know so far. And that's why I've kind of like started to like broken the barrier by like taking another step. Cause see, while I was like scrolling through one of my Instagrams I followed, and I basically followed a lot of artists. Now the reason why I was so depressed is because it's like they are making moves, they are planning things a little bit better. And usually for me, it's like I kind of like realized I haven't moved, and that's what got me all depressed in the first place. But at the same time, like out of that depression, I have like the will to like motivate myself a little bit further. And that's like the whole thing I really do like about myself, was even though like I go through like an emotional roller coaster, I still produced a lot of art and a lot of things that I draw for like the concepts like I told you about. But see, that's like the whole thing I'm telling you guys about like the art world. You are definitely going to be facing a lot of struggles. You are going to be facing a lot of things that you're not aware of. Even though like when you're like going through college, it's going to be a little more harder. And I've kind of like realized at this point, it's like, yeah, I have been in the art world all this time, but at the same time, it's like I just don't know where to go. I just don't know where to go exactly. I have to find out what I can do and see. That's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for this video, and I hope everything you see and heard makes sense to you guys. So I will see you all later. Peace.